Scientists claim they've recreated the dire wolf. Is it fact or cap? Today on Fun Fact Friday. So we are here at the Harrah's in Kansas City. I think the dollar or 160 at 2 cents, so 320 bet has the best. So it has the best progressive, so that's why I'm playing 320 a spin. 320, 100 from 420, blaze it. The Wolves are wild. We're trying to get the bonus symbol, and then we obviously want the mega, but the major is pretty good too because it gives you 3 stacks of wilds for 15 spins guaranteed. So that's pretty lucrative if you get that. Bonuses are only in the middle 3 reels. So it's got to go bonus, and then something in the 4th reel. One of the progressives. Can I get Diet Pepsi when you get a chance? I appreciate it. So we need wheel bonus, or because then it'll spin the wheel. There's a wheel up here. I didn't point it out on the right. So you can get the wheel bonus on the 3rd or the 4th reel, or you get one of the progressives. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing well. Things took a turn here in Kansas City. Was up, I think 20 some thousand about a month ago, and now I'm down. So it's been a downward climb. Come on. Most of you have seen the decline. You've seen a lot of my experiments where I'm losing, getting about 20% RTP. That's pretty bad. You should be getting usually between 80 on bad days, 80% RTP. And then overall, when you add in your progressives and everything, you should be getting about 92% RTP. So a lot of my experiments, I've been getting way below the normal amount of RTP. So, wolves, let's talk about it. And I am going to get into whether or not they actually recreated a dire wolf. That's nice, 5 wolves. It's going to be good. $20 for a $3.20 bet. It's pretty good. You can get some pretty decent stacked wilds in this. Okay. So wolves do not bark like dogs. They primarily communicate through howls. Howls, growls, whines, and body language. So they're pretty adept at, come on, added 6, it's now 6 games for the minor. They have pretty good stamina. I need one on the 2nd reel here. They have pretty, somebody pointed out they don't like it when I touch the screen. I'm a screen toucher. Apologies in advance. So they have really good stamina. They can run up to 35 or 40 miles per hour for short bursts. You know, it's not like they're marathon runners. I mean, I'm sure they probably can run for quite a bit of time. And then in the course of the day when they hunt, another mini, now we're up to 14 on the mini. So while they're hunting, they can travel, come on. Oh, we missed the mega, it's right there. They can travel up to 30 miles just in one day, just on their hunting pattern alone. We keep getting the first 2 bonuses, so maybe this machine is primed. We're up to 15 on the mini. The mini only guarantees 1 stack of wild per spin, and then the minor guarantees 2, and then the major is 3. And then the mega is 3 for a whole bunch of spins. So that's really lucrative if you get the mega. The wolf's jaw is extremely strong. So its bite force is between 400 to 1,200 pounds per square inch. It's enough to crush bone, so. I will say that when I sat on this machine, it just paid out 400 and something, so. And the dude behind me said it's already been hit. So somebody's already did pretty good on this machine, so we'll see how it goes with us. Apologies about the cough. Yeah, Whales of Cash. I thought about playing Whales of Cash and telling the story about my fear of whales. But that's for probably Storytime Tuesday, so maybe I'll save it for a Tuesday. So we are on fun fact number 4. They live in tight-knit packs, which most people already assume. Sorry, I say already. And what's funny is when I hear someone else say already, I always think it's already, not already. But anyway, most people already assume that, they live in packs because, the terminology wolf pack. But they're made up more of hierarchies in a family. Most people just assume there's like an alpha wolf and then everyone else. But it's really, there's more of a hierarchy to it. All right. We have been going through this free play. It was close to $300, I think. It was like $296, I think. All right, got some wilds there. Apologies about the cough. I have COPD, so if I forget to take my COPD medication for a few days, I cough until the medication kicks in, which usually takes a couple days. A couple days of inhalers. Oh, could have been good. So wolf pups are born blind and deaf. For their first few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks usually, they're pretty much blind and deaf, and they rely solely on their mother for to live. All right, got a little bit of wolves. Overall, they are a population control measure for a lot of species. For example, they reintroduced wolves to Yellowstone, and it pretty much brought back the ecosystem with the overpopulation of elk. So and it makes sense. Like if they eat too many elk, then they eat off their food chain, and then they decrease in numbers, and then the elk increase in numbers slightly. And so there's sort of an a symbiotic circle or symbiotic balance between the two. And then this is cute. Wolves mate for life, so they usually pick one partner, and they'll mate with each other until basically death do you part. This is the wheel bonus. We got 1 and 3, but we needed 2. Well, we're finally through our free play, and now we're actually playing with some cash that we accumulated while playing the free play, which wasn't very much. So we kind of need to hit this bonus to make up for that $300 in free play loss. All right, fact number 8. Their sense of smell is extraordinary. They can smell the animals from a mile away. So they're kind of like that whole sharks, with a little bit of blood in the water. They can smell it in a far distance. They can smell another animal a whole mile away. Hey, we got the wheel bonus. Getting a little worried there. Wheel bonus on Wolf Run. That gives us 2 wild stacks, and I can't remember how many spins it was. It wasn't very many spins, but 6 spins it looks like. Nice. Very nice. And these are 2 senses, so that's $100 right there, basically. Come on, more wilds, more wilds. All right, got a little bit of white wolf. All wilds. Can we get all wilds? All right, this is game 5 of 6. Nope, only 2. All wilds. We didn't get all wilds. Okay, well, $140, so we're getting back half of what we put in. Well, it's free play, so. All right, not the worst. Not the worst and not bad though. Like 40 times my bet, it's pretty good. When the bonus started, the wolves howled. And it's funny because my next fact has to do with the fact of how they howl. Most people think they sort of howl in unison, but they actually don't. They howl in harmony. So they're kind of like a little barbershop quartet where it's like hello, 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 but they're howling in harmony to make a certain noise. So they recognize each other through their different calls. So it may sound to us like they're all just howling, but there's actually a harmony to it. Can we do it again? Oh, we missed it. Their paws are actually built for snow. They have webbed paws, and it acts like snowshoes for winter travel. So wolves actually have basically, their paws are built for snow. But even though their paws are built for snow, they adapt to a whole bunch of different regions. Well, I don't keep getting 1 and 3. So they've done everything. I mean, they live in everything from deserts, forests, tundras, mountains, all across North America, Europe, and Asia. And then this fact is going to be important later when we talk about the whole dire wolf thing. But wolves can interbreed with coyotes and dogs. So they're close enough to the dog species that they can interbreed with coyotes and dogs. This is fact number 13, they are highly intelligent. They've been observed like solving problems. They use strategic hunting tactics. And they even mourn lost pack members, which is usually a sign of high intelligence. All right, getting down to our last fun fact about wolves, which is the whole dire wolf situation. So they did not create a dire wolf, much to the, can we get it? Oh, we missed it again. Much to the fanfare of a lot of news articles and a lot of people. They didn't actually create a dire wolf. So basically what happened is in 2021, they conducted a major genetic study which revealed that dire wolves, which is Canis gyrus, were not closely related to modern gray wolves, which are Canis lupus. So they thought that they're closely related, kind of like coyotes and dogs. In fact, they're so separate that they can't breed. So dire wolves cannot breed with gray wolves. That's how genetically different they are. So the phrase "bringing back the dire wolf" was extremely misleading. What happened is they looked in a dire wolf bone, and they extracted like 20 gene sequences out of millions, right? There's millions of gene sequences for an animal. They isolated about 20 of them, and they put it into gray wolf pups. So they did things like the size of the dire wolf and different little things like that. And they put it into the gene sequence of these little pups that were, basically bred, the gray wolves that were bred. So when they say they recreated dire wolves, that's kind of strange. I mean, it'd be like saying I shot a basketball once, therefore I'm a, NBA player. That's about how far apart it is. They took about 20 gene sequences and put it into a gray wolf. So I would highly doubt that this wolf would represent, dire wolves in any meaningful fashion. But it's article grabbing and headline grabbing to say that they created the dire wolf. So that's why they said it. So, well, that concludes my fun facts on wolves. So now we're just going to play out the rest of this. This was all actually free play, so that's kind of nice. I was hoping to hit something better than that. I thought when we hit the major, we'd actually do all right, but we didn't. I mean, I guess 40 times your bet's not terrible, but I was hoping I had illusions of grandeur, I guess. All right, down to our last couple spins. All right, last one. Oh. All right, what a tough game. I think if I go to pennies, I can do an 80-cent bet. Yeah, we'll do an 80-cent bet to wrap this up. All righty, everybody. Thanks for watching and subscribing. I appreciate every view and I appreciate every like. I'll see you next time. The next video is Ship It Saturday. So I will be doing my big bets tomorrow. Thank you.